of Eddie Coyle, and eight or nine pages into it, I was thinking that this guy has captured Boston dialogue better than anyone I've ever read, and it just struck me as something that would be, something was dying for live actors to get a hold of it and do it live.
Now, there's rumors that Eddie Coyle kind of was a parody of Whitey Bulger. Is that true?
That comes up a lot. There's one character that has some similarity, some really uncanny similarities to Whitey Bulger. There's one character who's simultaneously an informant, a hitman, owning a bar that he doesn't really own, and even down to some small details like have recently been in Lewisburg. This is set in 1969-70, and Whitey was in Lewisburg in 65, 66 or so. It's probably not true. George Higgins wrote it in 1970, and Whitey wasn't quite Whitey yet.
So is there somebody that Eddie Coyle was modeled after?
There's probably a few people, or mostly around Somerville and Revere, that maybe inspired some of these characters, but at the end of the day, it's fiction.
The Winter Hill Game?
That's pretty likely where I enjoyed his mind. George Higgins was a federal prosecutor at the time he wrote this, so he actually did prosecute guys in this world. He knew this life in this world as well as anyone could, and beyond that, just as an artist, he had an incredible ear for dialogue and was able to just tell what to me was just an incredibly brilliant, very dramatic story. And told entirely through dialogue. You don't find out anything about these characters unless they say it themselves, and nobody's telling the truth at any time. So, it's a whole bunch. It's different than most crime stories. Most crime stories are, there's a bank robber and a cop out to get him. This does revolve around some bank robberies, but there aren't any good guys. It's, everybody's looking out for themselves. Everybody's looking, angling for what's best for them. Everyone's trying to survive the day, and nobody's telling anybody the truth. So,
Wow. Now the